How's up, y'all? Was popping in. Today, about to react to this Bad by B with a T. This is Cardi B goes on rants, plural, after people point out that she is only known because of being on Love and Hip Hop. Cardi gotta be trolling at this point. She has to be. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. You got all this time to be responding to all of these trolls constantly. I don't understand it. I know you got better things to do, girl. I know you do. But sure, let's see how this went down. Let's watch.
Okay, you guys. So Cardi B was up early this morning.
Not
on
early.
IG Live, and she was going on and on telling her story about how she became who she was. Because a lot of people have been saying lately that she is only known because she was on Love and Hip Hop. So she took the time to break down how she got to where she was. And I will say it is an interesting story. Now, she didn't have to respond to what people were saying. But
at all. Who are people? I don't hear anybody even mention Love and Hip Hop when they talk about Cardi nowadays. Like, what? How is this even a relevant thing to address? People aren't bringing up Love and Hip Hop. Nobody cares about that. You have clearly surpassed that. Like crazy. You are like such a crazy success story from Love and Hip Hop. I mean, yeah, you were known before then, but that definitely, took you to the next level. But okay, but then you took yourself to an even higher level than that. Something that nobody else has been able to do on Love and Hip Hop. We all know this. So why are you wasting your time arguing with people and going on rants to debunk these stupid claims that people are making? People who are in their mama's basement on their mama Wi-Fi.
I think it was the right move and the right time to break everything down. So
no.
Get your popcorn and take a listen.
Cha. She look cute though.
All right. Can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
People who be saying she got her face done and that it look a mess, I don't see it.
Can y'all hear me now?
I mean, maybe she's got work done, but I think it looks natural. Okay, what a rant, girl. What is this?
Can you hear me now?
Girl, you acting like that.
The thing about it is that it's like, before y'all become music, before y'all put a mic in front of y'all and y'all start commenting and y'all start talking shit, y'all should really make y'all research on artists that y'all talking shit about.
Okay.
And I want to make this very clear.
Make it clear, girl.
I'm a super self. I made myself. Before a TV show made me, I made myself.
Thanks.
And also, I really want to thank anybody that do their research on me and stand up for me, because a lot of people don't be standing up for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's real popular to talk shit about Cardi, and I want to thank this girl named Damaris because she be standing up for me like crazy, and like she be speaking for me. And like when a man stand up for you, that's great, but when a female stand up for me, that means the world to me. So I want to give y'all a little bit of her story, all right? I want to rewind it because I feel like my success impact y'all so fast that I don't think that y'all was with me in the 2014s, 2015s and everything. And let me tell you how Cardi B got started, right? Before I was on Love and Hip Hop, I had 2 million followers, right? 2 million followers, mind you, my page got deleted about 3 or 4 times because, I used to pop heavy out of my mouth. I used to talk crazy out of my mouth. I started doing videos because I broke up with a guy that really broke my heart. I was going through it. I had like this anger towards men because, I was a stripper. I was going through some shit and I was just fed up. So I used to go on my social media and I used to talk shit.
I'm definitely interested in hearing this story. So I do think that it's acceptable and it's nothing wrong with her telling her story, but I don't like the motivation behind it. It's like y'all don't take up for me, people don't really stand up for me, and y'all haters, so I gotta tell y'all, why you should put respect on my name. It's coming from such a negative, just unnecessary place. So that's why I was making the faces, and that's why I'm rolling my eyes. But the story itself, of course, I want to hear it. I like Cardi, and I would be interested in hearing, how she got started and all of that. But I just wish she didn't give so much attention to nonsense. Like, girl, you're an A-list celebrity. Of course people are against you. Of course people are going to hate on you. This happens to everybody. You're not special. I don't get what she doesn't get about that. But you just give so much attention to it.
And out of nowhere, people just started following me. I built a following. I had all y'all male rappers. I had all the male rappers following me. I had all the influencers, the female influencers following me, calling themselves and all that. I even had Kardashians following me. Chris Rock used to hit me up talking about he want to make a movie about my life and everything. So boom. Then I got on Love and Hip Hop, and who got me on Love and Hip Hop was my old manager. And my old manager, he wasn't no industry. He ain't no industry. He wasn't in the music industry, none of that shit. He used to manage DJ Self. He was a regular from Queens. I told him I want to get on Love and Hip Hop. It was hard for me to get on Love and Hip Hop, but you know, we made a storyline with DJ Self, and boom, we got
her mouth isn't matching.
Before
This
Love
is
and
not
Hip Hop
my
premiere,
shit. This is
I was working on music.
It's a video.
My manager at the time, he said that like, yo, every single time you get in the car, you remix things really fast. You should consider doing music. I really was not with it at first because it's like I was like a little shy.
That's
and then he took me to a studio. He put me a beat. He's like, write this. I wrote to it. I made strip. And I need all my money makers, bring that cash out. I bring all my money in there, bring that cash out. He's like, we gotta shoot a video right now for it. I'm like, all right, whatever. Before Love and Hip Hop premiere, I want to get emotional. My manager at the time told me, you need to quit stripping before this show airs out. And I told him, I don't want to tell the world that I'm gonna quit stripping, because if Love and Hip Hop don't work for me, and
you could just go back
these things don't work for me, I'm gonna go back to the strip club, because there was girls that were strippers and went on Love and Hip Hop, and they said, like, you know what, I'm gonna put. They ended up going back to the strip club, and the bitches in the strip clubs were making fun of them. I didn't want to be that, but he was like, you know what, you gotta believe in yourself. So I betted on myself.
Who was she talking about?
And I think on my 23rd birthday, I said, this will be the last day that I strip, and I told the world that this will be the last day that I strip. All right, boom. Love and Hip Hop is out, and I use Love and Hip Hop as an engine to showcase that, you know, I'm an artist and everything, because people didn't really know that I was doing music, because, you know, I was funny, but they didn't really know that I was doing music. So I'm showcasing that I'm an artist and this is what I want to do and all that. Alright, boom. So Love and Hip Hop premieres. I have a song and people are listening to it. It's charting on this random ass chart on Billboard, whatever. We go to a label and they told me that they wanted to sign me for $50,000. They wanted to sign me for $50,000 and they had to finish watching, because Love and Hip Hop was playing, but like it was like Love and Hip Hop hasn't finished the first season, so it was like, and we have to see your actions on Love and Hip Hop, because if you too like ratchet or if you're doing too much, we can't sign you. So
I mean, she was.
My manager at the time told me like, nah, we're not gonna sign you for no $50,000, because they're already offering you $100,000 for season 2 of Love and Hip Hop for your second season. They're not gonna shortbread you. Alright, so.
Get on her manager.
We keep going to these labels and we keep showing them that people keep listening to the Stripper Hole song, and then we put Forever Ran Down on that twice, and we're putting the mixtape out.
Down on there.
It does good in numbers,
like that.
but it's not good enough to get me signed. So then I finally feel like I'm about to catch my break. There's this fire ass song that came out in New York. It's called Wait a Minute. Wait a minute. They hit me up that they wanted me to be on the remix with Remy Ma and 50 Cent. And let me tell you something. This is why Remy, because I don't really know Remy like that, and when that song came out, I definitely didn't know her at all. I haven't seen her, and I keep hearing that she wanted me to be on that remix with her and everything, and I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be my big break. Everybody gonna hear my voice finally. So the guy that the song was, the manager at the time, they said that the remix was too long, so they had to take me out of the remix. And I was so heartbroken, because I felt like that was gonna be my chance. That was gonna be my chance for real, but they had to take me out of it, whatever. So my mixtape is out at the time. And I'm doing party hostings for $15,000 to $20,000. So what me and my manager put together, because a lot of these labels, they felt like, yes, she's popular, but she's only popular because she's funny and she's on Love and Hip Hop, and her social media, or people are really listening to her music. Like, yeah, there's numbers on her music and everything, but is it really real? So for us to show them that it's really real, the parties these promoters that was booking me to do parties, we told them, hey, listen, instead of y'all booking us to host y'all parties, why don't y'all book performance venue so I could have mini concerts. So I could promote my show, and we call it the underestimated tour. So the money that they were paying me, instead of hosting, we took it to do a tour, so we could record it and film it. People listening to my music and rapping my songs. So we had a couple of openers. We had Cashflow Harlem, we had Swift on Demand, we have Josh X, and we had Her Celebrity opening up for me. With the $15,000 and $20,000 that I was getting paid to do these shows, that money I was paying for them to get hotel rooms, to get transportation, to get everything. But I wanted this tour to look super legit. So we went to Washington, we went to Connecticut, we went to Philly, we went to San Francisco, we went to LA. We was going everywhere. And I was performing my whole mixtape. And there was so many people coming out. It was like 900 people. Some places had 500 people. Some places had 2,000 people coming out. And we put that all together. And let me tell you something. When we put that all together, a couple of months ago, they wanted to sign me for $50,000. Right? In a span of like 8 to 9 months, when we put all of that together, and we showed the labels that this shit was real, that we was going to every state, and everybody was rapping my music, talking about ran down on the place, I pull up, like what's up, everything on fleek. They saw that, and they saw that a gimmick. This ain't no social media. From state to state, people was rapping my mixtapes. So I went from people was trying to sign me for $50,000, then it went to $500,000, and then boom, Atlantic signed me for, I think, $1.2 million.
Yes.
All right, whatever. Now I'm signed to Atlantic, and I feel like, oh.
I think that's the mistake that a lot of new artists make, is that they hop on the first deal or one of the first deals that they're presented. But she was really smart in waiting it out.
I signed to Atlantic.
Well,
things
with
are
the
gonna
advice
go
of her
crazy
manager.
for me. I had to hustle again. Atlantic was trying to get some of the artists on their label to do a feature with me. Guess what? Nobody wanted to do a feature with me. Nobody. It was like, yeah, let me get her number. And I was like, nah, don't get personal numbers, because I was already a stripper. You know, I've been a stripper, so I feel like if somebody asks you like, hey, would you do a song with Cardi, but you want my direct number, I feel like you're trying, and I was not with it. Mm-hmm. I met my husband. I talked to him. I showed him my music and everything. He loved it, and he was the first person in the industry to do a feature with me.
Aww,
my husband. He believed in me from the
cute.
beginning. From the beginning.
I love that.
And I just kept telling him, like, I don't understand. I feel like I'm hustling, like I'm putting out music, all of this shit. Like I keep
so
going
he
state
watched
to state,
her
showing DJs my music. I don't understand, like, blah, blah, blah. Months later,
I love that.
Months later, I did Bodak Yellow, and Bodak Yellow just changed my life. Bodak Yellow just changed my life. It just changed my life. But it didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen because I was on Love and Hip Hop. It didn't happen as soon as I got signed to a label. I worked for...
Nobody is saying that Love and Hip Hop made. I mean, I'm sure trolls are, but it's like, who
Cardi B.
Who with any sense believes that?
Nobody. I ain't gave nobody in the industry no producer, no DJ, no A&R, no CEO, no nothing. This is the big brain work. Big hat work, putting work on my mom. Say no.
Okay, what's the point?
Know how many doors was closed on my face?
Girl,
You're funny. Hey, listen. Yeah, we want you on your comedy. We want you on our comedy skit. We want you on a comedy skit. No, I want to be an artist. Listen to my. How you listen to my? Know how many people I went and said that to? Know how many no's I got? I grinded for that. For this fashion. Invested all my little money on this fashion. I love clothes. It was hard back then to get a front row, even at the Blonde show for me. Me and my publicist, we couldn't even get in some shows. We were trying to sneak in, like, oh, if they see us, if they see my clothes, you know, they're gonna wanna know. It's easier now for females, and I'm not even mad at it. But in 2017, 2016, 15, it wasn't like that. Now what I want to say though too, right? When it comes to other female rapper success that are happening now and everything, some females are gonna come up faster than others. And a lot of people will think that it's like, oh, that's because their labels are putting money behind them, this and that. The labels are putting money behind the girls that people are listening to. So if you feel like somebody is coming really fast and everything, that's because y'all listening to them. The labels only go with who's getting the most listens, who are getting the most plays, who are people are watching more, this and that. Like that, you cannot blame nobody for that. You can't blame no machine for that. You can't blame nothing for that.
Oh, so you in support
Labels
of
are
Ice
only gonna
Spice?
put money on people,
on
on artists that people are listening to.
So she's saying industry plans don't exist?
And you can't hate on that. You just can't. That's why you can't hate on nobody else's come up. Because everybody gonna be like, the label's putting more money on this, the label's putting money on that. The label's is gonna put money on they do analytics. Whoever people are listening to, they're gonna put the money behind it. So you can't hate on it. If you want your favorite female rapper, if you want your favorite male rapper to make it, listen to their shit, promote their shit, make a fan base for them. Once the labels start seeing that
industry plans don't exist though.
That they have a hard following, they're gonna follow up. Can't hate on the game. That's the game.
I think they purposely push certain people.
The labels could sign your cousin.
I don't know who those people are though.
If nobody listening to your cousin, the labels ain't gonna put nothing behind it.
Is she trying
to? They could sign your little cousin right now.
Is she trying to prove that she wasn't an industry plan?
They could sign him right now.
Not Dookie Boo.
If Dookie Bookie ain't making numbers and nobody looking at this shit, they wasn't putting no money behind it. Doesn't matter if they signing on. So if you wonder why some female artists or male rappers are getting more attention than others, it's because y'all giving them the attention. And you can't be mad at that. Yep. Well, I'm glad I gave you a little bit of her story.
Okay, girl.
This is my story. One day I'm gonna get a little bit more in depth. But
and
who?
I
just want to remind y'all. Cousin, Kim, you gotta listen to my single. You gotta come listen to my single. I know I've been friendly, but I just my mind is going because you know I be everywhere. But you gotta come listen. Oh, shit, about this album. This album is coming, okay?
Oh.
Bye.
The album is coming. Okay. We were looking forward to it. Yeah, like I said, I don't mind her telling this story, and I thought the part about Offset supporting her from the jump was super cute. I love that. He's seen her grow into this huge star from when, she was grinding. So that's super dope. I feel like her story is very common though. Most huge artists, like they had to grind and, come from the dirt, and they had to put in a lot of work. Like I feel like that's pretty typical. But it still was interesting to hear. But like I said, I just wish she would have got on and just talked to her fans and just provide this information and tell her story without the added, oh, y'all be forgetting and y'all be taking up for me. And it's just like, people are always going to be against you to some degree. You have to tune that out and just focus on people who are there for you, people who want to see you win, people who are going to listen to your music and support your music. You have to. You're going to drive yourself crazy if you haven't already. I believe you kind of have already. A little bit. So, yeah, I just think you need to focus on that. So I really wish that she would just, focus on the positivity primarily. Of course, that's easier said than done. But, yeah, like I said, just stay offline if you need to. Stay off Twitter, looking at niggas saying dumb shit about you. Because this, like I said, anybody with any common sense can conclude that she had to grind and she made a name for herself, after Love and Hip Hop. Love and Hip Hop didn't put her on. If Love and Hip Hop was responsible for putting people on, they would have put way more people on. She's the only person that I could think of. I'm pretty sure she's the only person who was on Love and Hip Hop and really went on to have huge mainstream success. There was no one else. So obviously it wasn't Love and Hip Hop that did it. Because if they were responsible for doing that, they could do it again with other artists. But no, that didn't happen with other artists. It only happened with you. So that alone tells anyone who has any common sense at all that you had to put in additional work. I think the people who matter know that. So focus on those people, girl. Anyway, I'm looking forward to this new single whenever it drops. And of course, the album will follow, I'm assuming. So we'll see. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!